Have you ever found yourself trusting someone just because they seemed attractive or friendly? Or assuming someone is smarter or more competent simply based on their appearance? This phenomenon has a name, the halo effect, and it influences your decisions and judgments more than you might realize. In this video, we'll uncover how the halo effect works and why we often associate beauty with qualities like intelligence and trustworthiness. We'll dive into the role of media, its impact on workplaces, the justice system, and even personal relationships. Most importantly, you'll learn how to spot and overcome this bias, making fairer and more conscious decisions in your daily life. If you're curious to understand how your mind works and how to avoid falling into traps like this, stay tuned. The science behind this effect will amaze you. Let's get started. What is the halo effect, and how does it shape our perceptions? The halo effect is a psychological phenomenon where a positive attribute of a person, such as physical appearance, influences our perception of their other qualities. In simpler terms, when we see someone as attractive or charming, we tend to associate them with unrelated positive traits like intelligence, kindness, or competence, even without any real evidence to support these assumptions. The term halo effect was introduced by psychologist Edward Thorndike in 1920 during his studies on soldiers' evaluations by their superiors. Thorndike found that when officers perceived a soldier to have one good quality, such as being well-groomed, they were more likely to rate other aspects, like leadership or performance, more favorably, even if those traits had no connection. This effect occurs because our brains prefer shortcuts to process the vast amount of information we encounter daily. When we see something positive, our minds instinctively generalize that positivity to other areas. While this cognitive shortcut helps simplify complex decisions, it can lead to biased and inaccurate judgments about others. The halo effect is so powerful that it influences not only interpersonal perceptions, but also major decisions. Research shows that attractive individuals are more likely to land jobs, earn higher salaries, and even be acquitted in criminal trials, simply because they are perceived as more trustworthy or competent. Interestingly, the halo effect works both ways. When we notice a negative trait, such as rudeness, we are more likely to judge other aspects of the person negatively. This is known as the horn effect, or the reverse halo effect. Both phenomena highlight how easily our perceptions can be skewed by a single characteristic. Understanding the halo effect is the first step toward recognizing its influence in our lives. But why does beauty, in particular, have such a strong impact on our perceptions? Is there something in the human brain that drives this association between physical appearance and other positive qualities? Let's explore that in the next segment. Why do we associate beauty with qualities like intelligence and trustworthiness? The link between beauty and positive traits, such as intelligence and trustworthiness, stems from how the human brain is wired to form quick associations. Historically, beauty was often seen as an indicator of health and fertility, qualities essential for survival and reproduction. In an evolutionary context, attractive individuals were likely healthier and better partners. While modern society no longer relies on these instincts in the same way, they continue to shape our subconscious perceptions. Another key factor is aesthetic cognition. The human brain has a natural preference for symmetry, balanced proportions, and pleasing features. Research has shown that facial symmetry is often associated with positive judgments because the brain interprets harmonious features as signs of good genetics and health. This initial favorable impression tends to spill over into how we judge unrelated qualities like intelligence or kindness, a classic example of the halo effect. Additionally, the way attractive people are often treated can reinforce these associations. People perceived as attractive frequently experience positive feedback from a young age, leading them to develop higher self-confidence. This confidence, in turn, affects their body language, social interactions, and demeanor, further reinforcing the perception that they are competent, trustworthy, or intelligent. It creates a cycle. Positive treatment leads to confidence, which enhances the perception of other positive traits. The influence of appearance is also tied to first impressions. When we meet someone for the first time, our brains quickly assess them based on visual cues. Beauty, as a prominent visual characteristic, plays a central role in this snap judgment. This means that attractive individuals are often given the benefit of the doubt initially, even if there's no evidence to support assumptions about their intelligence or character. Cultural factors also shape how we associate beauty with positive qualities. In some societies, specific physical traits are linked to intelligence or trustworthiness due to cultural stereotypes. For example, in Western culture, blonde hair is sometimes associated with friendliness, while in Eastern cultures, fair skin may be linked to higher status or refinement. These cultural narratives reinforce the halo effect, making it even more pervasive. Understanding why we associate beauty with other positive attributes helps us recognize how deeply ingrained this bias is, and that it's not always accurate. But how do the media and cultural influences amplify this effect, making it even harder to resist? Let's dive into that in the next section. The role of media and culture in reinforcing the halo effect. The media and culture play a powerful role in magnifying the halo effect, particularly when it comes to beauty. Movies, TV shows, advertisements, and social media often depict attractive individuals as heroes, leaders, or symbols of success. This consistent portrayal reinforces the association between physical appearance and positive qualities like intelligence, kindness, or competence, embedding these biases deeply into our perceptions. A classic example is the use of attractive actors and models in advertisements. Companies know that associating a beautiful face with their product increases its appeal. When we see an attractive person endorsing something, our brains unconsciously connect their beauty with credibility or quality. This marketing strategy directly exploits the halo effect, linking appearance with trustworthiness and excellence. In storytelling, media often perpetuates stereotypes about appearance. In films and TV shows, protagonists are frequently portrayed as conventionally attractive, while villains or antagonists are given unattractive traits. This dichotomy fosters an unconscious association between beauty and morality, suggesting that attractive people are more trustworthy or virtuous, while those who don't conform to aesthetic standards are less likable or even malevolent. Social media amplifies this effect even further, especially with the widespread use of filters, editing, and curated content. Profiles that align with conventional beauty standards often gain more likes, followers, and engagement. This constant validation reinforces the idea that appearance equates to social value. Attractive individuals gain greater visibility and influence, perpetuating the halo effect and shaping societal behavior online. Cultural norms also shape how we associate beauty with success. In many Western cultures, traits like fair skin, slim figures, and straight hair are often linked to competence and intelligence, while other features may be undervalued. These standards create societal pressure to conform, distorting perceptions of what truly matters in a person, and reinforcing biases in professional, social, and personal settings. The influence of media and culture is so pervasive that it can lead us to make biased decisions without even realizing it. By understanding how these forces reinforce the halo effect, we can begin to question our judgments and adopt a more balanced perspective on others. But what happens when we allow the halo effect to shape important decisions? Let's explore its real-world consequences in the next section. How the halo effect can distort judgments and key decisions. The halo effect can significantly impact important decisions across various domains, from personal relationships to professional and legal environments, often without our awareness. As a cognitive shortcut, it causes us to generalize a single positive trait, such as attractiveness or charm, into unrelated qualities like competence or trustworthiness. This bias can lead to unfair and distorted judgments with far-reaching consequences. In the workplace, the halo effect is particularly noticeable during hiring, evaluations, and promotions. Attractive or charismatic candidates are often perceived as more qualified, even when their skills and experience are on par with others. For instance, those who fit a corporate appearance standard may be favored, causing organizations to overlook less conventionally appealing candidates who could bring exceptional talent or innovation. This bias can hinder diversity and result in suboptimal team dynamics. In the justice system, the halo effect's influence extends to the courtroom, where physical appearance can sway judgments. Research indicates that attractive defendants are more likely to receive lighter sentences or be deemed innocent compared to those who are less conventionally attractive. This introduces a dangerous disparity in legal outcomes, as decisions should be grounded in evidence rather than subjective impressions influenced by appearance. In education, teachers may unknowingly exhibit the halo effect when evaluating students. Attractive or socially charming students are often perceived as more intelligent, diligent, or cooperative, even if their actual performance doesn't reflect these qualities. This bias can lead to favoritism or heightened expectations, potentially disadvantaging other students and reinforcing inequities in the classroom. In personal relationships, the halo effect also skews perceptions in friendships and romantic relationships. People often assume that an attractive individual is kinder, more trustworthy, or more interesting, which can result in disillusionment when these assumptions don't align with reality. This bias can lead to misplaced trust or overly idealized expectations that may not withstand deeper scrutiny. Tips to recognize and avoid the impact of the halo effect in daily life. Recognizing the halo effect in our daily interactions is the first step to preventing it from distorting our judgments. This phenomenon is a natural tendency of the brain, but with awareness and practice, it's possible to minimize its influence and make fairer, more balanced decisions. Small adjustments in how we evaluate people and situations can make a significant difference. One of the best ways to counteract the halo effect is to separate observable traits from objective evidence. For example, during a hiring process, evaluate a candidate based on their skills, experience, and results, not their appearance or charm. Creating a list of specific criteria before making a decision helps focus on relevant aspects, reducing the impact of external factors. Practicing self-awareness is also essential. Whenever you notice that your opinion of someone is swayed by a striking characteristic, whether positive or negative, ask yourself, am I basing this judgment on facts or just an initial impression? This type of reflection helps identify when the halo effect is influencing your perceptions and allows you to reassess the situation. Another valuable tip is to take your time forming opinions. First impressions are inevitable, but giving yourself space to observe more behaviors and actions before judging someone reduces the halo effect's impact. In a professional setting, for instance, monitor a colleague's or employee's performance across various contexts before drawing conclusions about their skills or attitude. Additionally, develop the habit of seeking diverse feedback. When evaluating a person or situation, ask for input from others who may have different perspectives. This approach helps balance biases and provides a more complete and fair view. It's particularly helpful in collaborative environments like team projects or joint ventures. Finally, remember that the halo effect is a trap we all face, but it can be overcome with practice and patience. By questioning your initial perceptions and seeking deeper evidence, you not only make better decisions, but also build more authentic and fair relationships. While the brain may create shortcuts, it's up to us to choose the path we want to take. Now you know how the halo effect can shape your perception and even influence critical decisions. While this mental shortcut is natural, it can lead to biased and unfair judgments. By recognizing its existence and questioning our initial impressions, we can make more conscious and fair decisions based on facts rather than appearances. And now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed the halo effect influencing your choices? Or have you ever been treated differently because of your appearance? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's exchange insights on this fascinating topic. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more content like this. See you in the next video. Until then.